I almost ruined my Madeira trip by making one stupid mistake on day one. If you're visiting Madeira for the first time, don't skip number 3. It literally saved me from wasting an entire day. So I just got back from spending a week in Madeira, Portugal, and I have to tell you, this island completely blew my mind. But here's the thing. I made some rookie mistakes on my first couple of days that cost me time, money, and honestly, some pretty incredible experiences. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 7 things you absolutely need to do as a first-time visitor to Madeira, and I'm ranking them from amazing to absolutely life-changing. Stick around until the end because number 1 involves hiking between 2 mountain peaks, and I'll tell you the one mistake that almost got me stranded up there. Plus, if you love Atlantic islands like this, I'll share a secret at the very end about another island destination that's even more dramatic, and you won't believe where it is. All right, let's jump into number 7. Number 7 is Funchal Forest, and this place looks like something straight out of a fantasy movie. Picture this. You're standing in a meadow high in the mountains, surrounded by these massive 800-year-old laurel trees that are so twisted and ancient, they look like they're from Lord of the Rings. Now here's what makes this place insane, the fog. During certain times of the day, this thick fog rolls in and covers the entire meadow, and it creates this eerie, magical atmosphere that I've honestly never seen anywhere else in the world. UNESCO even made this a World Heritage Site because these trees are one of the last remaining examples of Europe's original rainforest from thousands of years ago. Here's the insider tip though. If you want that fog, you need to go at sunrise. We tried going in the afternoon one day and it was completely sunny with zero fog. Still beautiful, but not the same. The other cool thing? There are cows just casually grazing everywhere, and they're so chill with people. You can walk freely wherever you want, and honestly, bring a picnic up here because it's one of the most peaceful places on the entire island. Funchal Forest is on the northwest side, so it's about an hour and 10 minutes from Funchal if you're driving. But before we get to number 6, quick favor. If this video is helping you plan your Madeira trip, just tap that like button real quick. It helps the algorithm show this to more people, and I really appreciate it. All right, number 6. Number 6 is Seixal Beach, and this is hands down the best beach in Madeira. Now, most of Madeira is rocky coastline, not really beach territory. But Seixal, soft, powdery black volcanic sand, crystal clear water, and the setting is absolutely unbelievable. You've got these dramatic mountains rising up behind the beach, this gorgeous little village with orange rooftops, and on the other side of the beach are natural rock pools where you can cliff jump. The first time I came here was at sunrise, and with the clouds rolling over the mountains and the black sand contrasting with the blue water, I literally said out loud, "Oh, this is why they call Madeira the Hawaii of Europe." We came back later in the afternoon to actually swim, and the natural pools are so much fun. There's this perfect platform for jumping, and even though the water was a bit cold, the adrenaline kept us warm. There's not a ton of parking here, but people are constantly coming and going, so we never had an issue finding a spot. And if you want lunch nearby, there's this incredible seafood restaurant called Arco Iris right down the road where I had the best grilled sea bass on the entire island, and it's super cheap. Pro tip, after Seixal Beach, the Porto Moniz natural pools are only 10 minutes away, so you can hit both in one day on the north coast. Now, number 5 is where I made my biggest mistake, so listen to this. Number 5 is understanding Madeira's weather, and this is where I messed up big time. So I checked the weather app before my trip, and it said sunny and clear for the entire week. Perfect, right? Wrong. I get to Madeira, and on day 1 I'm in Funchal, and it's gorgeous. Blue skies, sunshine, warm. I walk literally 5 minutes down the road, and it starts pouring rain. I look behind me and it's still sunny where I just was. Madeira has microclimates. That means the weather can be completely different just a few kilometers away. The north side of the island can be foggy and rainy, while the south side is sunny and warm at the exact same time. So here's what you need to do. Forget the weather app. I'm serious. Instead, check the live webcams. Just search Madeira webcams and you'll find websites that show you real-time footage of different spots all over the island. Before you drive an hour to go hiking or to the beach, check the webcam for that exact location so you know what you're getting into. This saved me so many times after I figured it out. The other thing, bring layers, always. I don't care if it's summer. Bring a rain jacket, bring a hoodie, bring something you can throw on because the temperature and weather can change in minutes. This one tip will upgrade your entire Madeira experience. Trust me. All right, number 4 is where things get interesting because this involves going underground. Number 4 is doing at least one Levada hike. And if you don't know what a Levada is, you're about to find out. A Levada is basically an old stone irrigation channel that was built centuries ago to carry water across the island for crops. And these channels are everywhere. There's over 1,300,000 miles of them crisscrossing Madeira. The cool part? You can hike alongside them and they take you through some of the most insane landscapes on the island. Lush forests, waterfalls, tunnels carved through mountains, viewpoints overlooking the ocean. Now, there are a ton of Levadas you can choose from, but here's my recommendation. Skip the super famous ones like the 25 Waterfalls hike. Why? Because everyone and their mother does that one, and you'll be hiking in a conga line of tourists the entire time. Instead, go early in the morning, like 20 minutes before sunrise early, and you'll have the trails almost completely to yourself. The Levada hike I did was incredible because it had everything. Tunnels, waterfalls, greenery, and I got completely soaked. Like, by the end of it, I felt like I had jumped into a swimming pool. But that's part of the fun. You're walking under waterfalls. Water is spraying from the sides the entire time, and it honestly felt like being a kid again. Make sure you bring a headlamp for the tunnels, a rain jacket, a change of clothes, and honestly, if it rained the night before, the Levada hikes are even better because the waterfalls are more powerful. One more thing, some of the popular Levadas now charge EUR2 or EUR3 to hike them, so bring cash. Now, number 3 is the controversial one, so get ready. Number 3 is going to Pico do Arriero for sunrise, and here's where I'm going to say something controversial. You do not need to hike all the way to Pico Ruivo. Let me explain. Pico do Arriero is Madeira's 3rd highest peak, and it has the most famous sunrise viewpoint on the island. Hundreds of people show up here every single morning to sit above the clouds and watch the sunrise, and it is absolutely magical. But here's what most people do. They get to Pico do Arriero, watch the sunrise, and then immediately start the hike to Pico Ruivo, which is the highest peak. That hike is 4 miles one way, takes 3 to 4 hours, involves stairs, tunnels, steep climbs, and by the time you're halfway through it, you're surrounded by hundreds of other hikers. And here's the kicker. If the clouds roll in, which they do all the time, you get to the top of Pico Ruivo and see absolutely nothing, just clouds. 360 degrees of clouds. So here's my advice. Go to Pico do Arriero for sunrise. It's stunning, it's easy, and you get the best views without the brutal hike. If you really want to hike, walk 30 minutes to the stairway to Heaven Viewpoint and then turn around. That spot is incredible. You'll get your photos, and you won't be exhausted. But if you only have time for one sunrise spot in Madeira, Pico do Arriero is it. Just don't feel pressured to do the full hike to Pico Ruivo unless you're really into hardcore hiking. Oh, and pro tip. Get to the parking lot 45 minutes before sunrise because it fills up fast. If you miss a spot, you'll have to park 20 minutes down the road and walk up, which would suck. All right, number 2 is where you need to be really careful. Number 2 is the Porto Moniz natural pools, and these are some of the coolest natural swimming pools I've ever seen. These pools were formed thousands of years ago when lava from volcanic eruptions hit the cold Atlantic Ocean and solidified. Now you've got these crystal clear saltwater pools surrounded by black lava rock, and waves crash over the sides, bringing in fresh seawater and tons of fish. It's only EUR3 to get in, and even though it was cloudy and a little cold when we went, we still swam around for an hour and had a blast. But here's the thing. Porto Moniz is one of the most visited places on the entire island, so it's crowded no matter when you go. And honestly, the area is super built up with modern buildings and facilities, which kind of ruins the vibe a little bit. I hope the Madeira government doesn't do this to more locations as tourism grows, because it definitely takes away from the natural beauty. That said, it's still 100% worth visiting. Just manage your expectations and know it's going to be busy. The other thing, 5 minutes down the road from Porto Moniz is this spot called Ilhéus da Ribeira da Janela, which has these massive rock formations jutting out of the ocean. If you're into photography, go there at sunrise. It's stunning and there's nobody there. Now, number one is the one thing you absolutely cannot miss. Number one, and this is the most important tip I can give you, get out of Funchal. I see so many people who come to Madeira and only stay in Funchal the entire time. And look, Funchal is beautiful, it's charming, there's great food, there's the cable car, the markets, the botanical gardens. But the best parts of Madeira? They're outside of Funchal. My favorite restaurants were outside of Funchal. The best hikes, the best beaches, the best views, all outside of Funchal. Here's the thing I love most about Madeira. The landscape changes so dramatically every few kilometers. One minute you feel like you're on Mars, the next minute you're in a rainforest, then you're on a coastal cliff, then you're in mountain peaks above the clouds. You will not experience that if you stay in Funchal. So whether you're renting a car, taking the bus, or booking a Jeep tour, and I highly recommend a Jeep tour if you're not comfortable driving, you need to get out and explore this island. Even if it's just for an afternoon. Trust me, once you do it, you'll want to go back out again because Madeira is that incredible. So there you have it, 7 things you must do in Madeira as a first-time visitor. And here's the thing, Madeira absolutely blew me away. The hiking, the food, the landscapes, the island vibes. But you know what? There's another Atlantic island that's even more dramatic, with even crazier hiking, hidden medieval streets, castles on volcanic peaks, and a food scene that rivals anywhere in Europe. I just dropped a full guide on it, and if you thought Madeira was cool, wait until you see this place. I'm talking about Edinburgh, Scotland. Click the video on your screen right now to watch 7 Best Things to Do in Edinburgh, a travel guide, and I'll show you why this city needs to be on your bucket list. See you there.